The story of Grizzly Adams is big and powerful and beautiful. They call me Mad Jack. And me and my burro number 7 been traipsing these slopes and valleys for a long spell, so I know the story from the beginning. My friend Adams was accused of a crime he didn't commit, so he escaped into the mountains, leaving behind the only life that he ever knew. Now that wilderness out there ain't no place for a greenhorn, and his chances of surviving were mighty slim. Weren't no time at all, for he was beaten down, ragged, and nearly starved. Long about then, he come upon a grizzly bear cub, all alone and helpless. Now, Adams knew that little critter couldn't survive without his help, so he started right down that cliff, risking his own life to save it. Now, that cub took to Adams right off. And that was when he discovered he had a special kind of way with animals. They just come right up to him like he was a natural part of the wilderness. But that bear cub, he was extra special. As he growed, he became the best friend Adams ever had, and together they became a legend.
There's a world where we don't have to run and maybe there's a time we'll call our own, living free in harmony and majesty. Take me home, take me home, take me home, take me home.
Now, for men like me and my friend James Adams, the wilderness is like a living storybook, with each different time of the year having its own special telling. Summer, winter, and spring, and the fall's even a mite more special, because when those trees start to coloring up all red and gold, there's a kind of a magic in the air, so strong you could feel you could just reach right out and catch a hold of it, if you could just figure out how.
See these little ones, Ben? These are the ones that give the nice spices to those hoe cakes you like so much. These other ones that look almost the same, those are the ones we use for the herb tea. I know they don't taste so good, but they're good for us. You're feeling pretty frisky this morning, aren't you, Ben? Yeah, me too. Happens every fall. How about a little race up to the next hill? All right, you go first.
Yes, sir. There's something about a snappy fall day that sets critters and folks alike to frisking and your ears to twitching. Just something that's plumb magical.
Here we are now. Another bit of good planted for them that's coming after. Yes, indeed.
Well, would you look at that, number 7? Come here. I gone and found myself a real, genuine leprechaun. A little old leprechaun.
Lucky boy. Lucky boy-o. Have any of you seen where his lordship has gone to? Lucky, where are you now? Here, come on, boy. Come on, me lucky boy. Come on, here we are. That's me good old boy. Here we go now. Up you go. There we are now. You know, your lordship is supposed to stay at his post and guard our treasure.
Treasure? Did you hear that?
All right. Right you are, Lady Agnes. Right you are. Time to be moving on. All right, Kiss and Kate. Lead out. That's the way now. Lee-I-dum-dum-dum-dilly-I-dum.
Hot flippin' up flapjacks.
You know something? That there was a genuine leprechaun. Like I said, I heard about them all my life, but I never did think I'd catch me one. Now, what do you mean, no? That's the trouble with you, Seven. You don't believe in nothing. Now, I hear tell them leprechauns is tricky. So while we're a-tracking him, I'm gonna figure out us a way to catch him. Oh, ain't Adam's gonna be surprised about that.
Well, you beat me this time, Ben. Next time, I'm not going to give you such a head start. What is it, Ben? What do you see? Look at that, Ben. Folks looking to settle in a new land. It's quite a sight, isn't it? Brave folks they are. All different, just like their wagons. But all the same kind of pioneers. Howdy, Nakoma. Ben and I are just looking at all these folks down here, looking to find themselves a new home. The chief's bro ran off again? That's got to be the third or the fourth time. Well, Ben and I had considered it a real honor to help you find that little rascal. Come on, Ben.
Now, the chief's pet burro, Little Long Ears, was purely fiddle-footed when it come to wandering off. Of course, he didn't mean no harm by it, but it just seemed like every now and again he just had to take himself over the hill to see what was on the other side. Of course, I didn't know what Little Long Ears was getting himself into, because I had a problem of my own. Namely, it was catching a certain leprechaun, which has to be done by the rules of the game, you know. Well, now, number 7, this ain't trapping. This here is catching. You see, them's the rules of the game. Yes, sir. If you can catch that little feller by the heel, then they gotta tell you where the pot of gold is hid. You see, them leprechauns, they got no use for gold. But they know us big folks has, you see. And that's why they make such a game out of hiding it. They like to see us make plumb blue-nosed fools out of ourselves, trying to find it. Well, not me. No, sirree. And as tricky as they are, if you catch 'em fair and square, right by the heel, according to the rules of the game, they'll tell you where the pot of gold is hid. Yes, sir. Here he comes. Here we go. I catched you, leprechaun. I catched you right by the heel, fair and square, according to the rules of the game.
Will you let go, me leg, stop this lunacy? What kind of a savage are you, anyway?
I ain't no savage. I'm a mountain man. Name's Mad Jack.
Oh, 'tis well named you are.
And you're a leprechaun.
Go on with you. Don't you know that leprechauns is free little men, about so high? Why, a leprechaun could put a saddle on Lady Agnes there and ride her in the steeplechase. Tell him so, Lady Agnes, tell him so.
You ain't foxing me. Now, I ain't doing no business with no saddle goose. Now,
Take it easy now, easy now. This fella's clock is all paddy-wacko. Mind you keep an eye on him. Do you also hear wee little voices?
you're a tricky little fella, ain't you? But I'm smarter than you are. Now, I catched you right by the heel according to the rules of the game. Therefore, I got one wish coming. What you got in that cart there?
No, hold on there. If I was a leprechaun, which I'm denying, but which I'm not ruling out altogether, you'd only have one wish coming to you. How is it you wish to know what's in me cart?
Oh, that weren't no wish. That were a question.
Who's that, sir?
You're foxy, but I'm too smart for you. Now, the wish is, I want to know where the pot of gold is hid.
Oh, you do you? Ah. Well, come along with you then, and don't get lost. I think the wrong one is carrying the pack.
Now, I figured this just had to be about the luckiest day of my life. And while I was a-herding that leprechaun back to the pot of gold, Adams and Nakoma weren't having no luck at all finding the chief's burrow.
Here we are. That's it right there.
That's it. Now, if you'll just loan me your shovel, I'll get to digging.
I'm that sorry, old son, but we're not allowed to lend tools. Rules of the game, you know. Rules of the game.
But if I go get a shovel, how do I know which tree it is when I come back? They all look alike.
I have the answer to that right here in my pocket. Right here. Just tie a beautiful bow around it, and you'll know it when you come back. Go on, take it me bucko. I've lashes of them in me cart.
Now, just a minute, leprechaun. How do I know you won't take this ribbon off after I'm gone?
Oh, perish the thought. I wouldn't touch it. Why, I'd better run out of the Leprechaun's Guild if I was to do such a thing. Oh, no. I wouldn't even harbor the thought.
Well, all right. You can take that off.
That's better. Here we are.
Thank you. Now, just tie my ribbon bow around this here tree. Then I'll go get my shovel. There. Ain't that pretty? Now, let's get going. Howdy, Ben. Is Adams around anywhere?
I'm up here, Jack, with Nakoma. We're looking for long ears. You haven't seen him, have you?
No, and I ain't got no time for any howdy-do's, or I haven't seen the chief's burrow. But I'll tell you what I did find. I found myself a real, live, genuine leprechaun. And I catched him by the heels like the rule says, and he showed me where the pot of gold is.
Jack, just wait a minute. There's no leprechauns out here. That's all fairy tale stuff.
No, this is for real, I tell you. He just come right down the trail with a one-horned goat pulling the cart with a big, tall, shaggy dog and the saddle goose.
Bonjour, Augustine, Paris.
A tree branch didn't fall on my head. Now, if you don't believe me, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take you and show you where the pot of gold's hid. You can come too, Ben.
Come on, Ben.
Trouble with you, Adams, there's still a lot of greenhorn in you. And Nakoma, you're just like number 7 here. You don't believe anything you don't see with your own 2 eyes. Well, what do you see how I outfox this leprechaun? Ain't much further, just come along.
The luck of the Irish.
Right there under that tree with a yellow ribbon bow on it is my pot of gold. Well, they was was a leprechaun. Who else would have played such a mean trick on me? Number 7, we're gonna go find that little feller, and this time we're gonna catch him and we're gonna get that pot of gold. You just watch it.
Beer.
Well, old Jack saw something. That's for sure. But it wasn't no leprechaun, that's for double sure.
Kodak. Bajay Chuck.
Well, Ben and I'll go with you.
Badak. Piche.
I don't think Jack would appreciate any help right now. Ben and I'll just head back to the cabin and start that herb tea.
Diogalik.
Diogalik, Nicole.
Well, it just seemed to me like that leprechaun went and vanished himself right into thin air. 'Cause all the places I looked in, he weren't. And the Coma weren't having any better luck of finding little long ears either. But we weren't the only ones with finding problems.
You must have left before sunup. I've searched the whole of yon mountain and found neither hide nor hair of him. Oh, he's a hard-headed, stubborn man, he is.
Sure, and you're no less than your father. If you didn't try to make him sell off his animals, none of this would have happened.
There's such a nuisance, always underfoot, in him going off to plant corn.
What he means, well, you know that.
Do the children know he's gone yet?
Well, sure, they wouldn't be sleeping there if they did. Here, have some porridge.
I've not the time. I've got to find him, and quick. The poor old fella's out there, without a friend in the world, sitting alone somewheres in the wilds, and petrified with fear.
And a good morning to you, Lady Agnes. Ah, 'tis a glorious spot. And lucky boy, have you ever seen such darling little squirrels? And this grand wee cottage in the woods, why, 'tis like something out of the old fairy tales. And 'tis here that we'll all live happily ever after. Oh, is it a dancing tune you're wanting? Well then, I'll give you a bit of Fill the Fluter's Ball for our lovely friends, one and all. Oh, 'tis the world's greatest dancers you are. Is it Finn McCool you are? The mighty giant of the West?
No, sir, it's not. I'm just an ordinary, everyday fella. This is my place here.
Oh, what a darling place it is. You've done wonders and miracles with it. And them's the sentiments of Patrick D. Doolin McGinty, traveller, musician, scholar, and gentleman tinker to the world at large. And there's my hand on it.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. McGinty. I'm James Adams. What is a tinker?
What is a tinker, James Adams? Why, a tinker is a mender of pots and pans and a supreme fixer of all things. A poet, a minstrel, and grand company withal, for he's been over the rise in the road and he's seen all there is to see.
Your goat, he's eaten my garden tools, Mr. McGinty.
Don't worry about it, Jamie. She's eat lots worse in her time, she has.
What seems to be the trouble, Ben?
That would be some of Kissing Kate's work. But you notice she only ate a small piece out of it. There's not a greedy bone in her body. That's a fine-looking dog you've got there, Jamie.
That's a grizzly bear. He's my friend.
Still a fine-looking dog. And we've all made friends with all your grand little squirrels.
Mr. McGinty, I think you're a little mixed up. Those aren't squirrels, those are skunks. And that's Joshua, he's a raccoon.
Well, as the poet would say, a squirrel be any other name is just the same, is just the same. Oh, that'd be Lord Lucky of Limerick and a grand watchdog he is, that he is. Oh, there's Lady Agnes now, a dear soul, and a sterling character mostly. But nosy, oh, terrible nosy.
Mr. McGinty, your goat's on my roof.
Ah, don't worry about her at all, Jamie. She's very agile for her age, very agile indeed. Ah, no. Isn't it grand? Everybody's settling in, making themselves at home nice and cozy, like one big happy family, eh, Jamie?
Yes, sir, Mr. McGinty. Ben, I think we found Jack's lost leprechaun.
Now, the chief's pet burro took himself up into some strange new territory and was trying to nose up some new friends, but he wasn't having much luck. Now, he was just looking to have a little fun, but them honkers had staked out a homestead and weren't in no mood for games. So Little Long-Ears figured he'd best look further. Because them birds of a feather sure weren't looking to make the flock one burrow bigger. That's the way, that's good.
Ah, we found us a darling place here in the mountains where we can stay, and there'll be nobody telling us what to do from this on out.
Don't sneeze. Not now. You can't sneeze. All right. I got you, leprechaun. And this time... Gotcha! Now, wait. Easy. I don't know how you changed yourself, but I ain't gonna let you trick me again.
Mr. McGinty, I think it's about time you and I had ourselves a little talk.
Talk, is it? Ah, grand thing is talk. It's the music of friendship.
I'd like to help you. You know that. But I can't help you till I know what the trouble is.
Trouble? I don't have any trouble. Do I?
Well, I know that you and your friends didn't get out here alone. Now, there's got to be somebody else.
Oh, you know about him.
I figured. Would you like to tell me the whole story?
I'll do better than that. You're a good man, James Adams. And like myself, you've a wonderful way with the creatures. So I'll take you to him. All right, now, look at me, boyo. No dancing. This is serious business. Come on now.
Come on, Ben.
Now, Little Long-Ears, he didn't know nothing about the big wild country either. He only knowed it were one of them fine, brisk fall days that's so fine for adventuring. And there was a whole big new world in front of him for doing it in. It took a heap of doing, but there ain't a better tracker in the mountains than Nakoma. And he finally found Little Long-Ears' trail. about the time that Nakoma caught up with that little rascal, he were a minute too late and about an acre too far. Now, the good part was that little long ears weren't going no place, because the trail over there had caved in. But the bad part was that that old bridge were just about to give out.
Now you have the whole story. You can see now why I had to leave them all behind. Sure, my heart is aching and breaking, but 'tis all for the best, all for the best.
Yeah, but Mr. McGinney, I don't think you're right. To me, well, a family's the most important thing in life.
Ah, but who's to say what's right? Is it so terrible wrong to plant a bit of corn along the way for them that's coming after? The women and children who might otherwise starve along the long journey west?
No, that is a mighty fine gesture.
And could I sell off Kissing Kate or Lady Agnes? Or me old pal Lucky? Could you sell off your dear Ben?
Well, Ben's not mine to sell, but, well, I know what you're trying to tell me.
Ah, 'tis a terrible, stubborn, hard-headed man, my son Devon is. Sure, there's just no telling him anything.
Reminds me of someone I know.
Oh. Ah, here we are. Now we're here. I'll show you the treasure of me life. And then I tell you why I kept it hidden. Right down this way. Oh.
Oh, what, Mr. McKinney?
He's gone. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Where
Who's
can you
gone?
go? Sweet William, my little pig.
Your pig?
The last of the Pildenny Prince. They've been in my family for generations and generations. I was raising him up for my grandchildren. Oh, it's destroyed I am, destroyed.
Well, we'll give a look for him. Ben, I need your help. We got some tracking to do, Ben. I want you to get a good scent of Sweet William. I want you to find him for me. We're gonna find him, Mr. McGinty. I promise you. Ben's tracking him right now. Would you like to come along?
You go along, Mr. Adams. I'll look about here a while, and I'll come along later.
Well, don't you worry.
Oh, Sweet William.
What'd you find? Jack. I might have guessed. Looks like he's headed back to the cabin.
Adams! Yo, Adams! Come on, number 7. Oh, catch me that tricky little leprechaun again. I got him right here in the cage. Adams? Where in tarnation are you?
Jack!
Howdy, Jack.
What happened here? Did you get hit by a hurricane?
Yeah, a little one. What do you got there?
That there is the leprechaun. I caught him again, fair and square.
This is nothing but a little pig. With a collar or a tie, this is a baby pig.
No, that's what he changed himself into. I was there looking right at him and changed himself into a pig in the cage. No, that's the truth.
Jack.
Adams.
Oh,
Mr. McGinty.
the saints be praised. Oh, the old saints. It's me own Sweet William. You found him for me, James Adams. How can I ever thank you?
Oh, Mr. McGinty, I didn't find him. It was Jack here that found him for you.
Adams, that's the leprechaun.
Oh. It's himself. That's the wild man of the forest. Mad Jack, the foot catcher.
Jack, Mr. McGinty, he's no leprechaun. He's a tinker. And did you catch him by the foot with your rope snare?
Well, only did it the one time. Tinker?
Mr. McGinty, Jack's an old friend of mine, and I know he's got some funny ideas, but, well, he's one of the nicest men I know.
Well, he seems calm enough now, but I wouldn't stand too close to him if I was you, just to be on the safe side. Well, Lady Agnes, Sweet William is back with us. Did you see him? Kissing Kate, have you heard the news?
Adams, are you sure he ain't no leprechaun? He sure looks like a leprechaun.
Now, Jack, you know better than that. There's no leprechauns and there's no pixies. Mr. McGinney, he's just a nice little old man with a real big problem. And we're gonna help him. He's had a falling out with his son. That stubborn pride of his is gonna keep him from going back. I gotta find him, Jack. I gotta find him now. There's a whole family at stake. I want you to stay here with him, will you? Keep an eye on him. Keep him here. Come on, Ben, let's go.
Now, maybe there was somebody out looking for McGiddy, and maybe not. If he were a leprechaun, he could have fooled Adams the same as he did me. But that still wouldn't have made no difference to Adams. He'd do just the same for man or critter or leprechaun alike. He just couldn't abide nobody in trouble without trying to help. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, Jacko, me boy. Myself and the rest of us was just now wondering if you've ever heard tell of the fairy circle.
No. Now, you're not tricking me again. Adams says there ain't no such critters.
Well, he's probably right. But then again, who's to tell? You see, the fairy circle is what the little people build just before they bury the pot of gold right in the middle of it. Did you know that?
No. Now, we're not moving from here till Adams gets back.
The treasure is buried not far from here, and we've lashings of time. Come on, old boy, and I'll show you where they are. Come on out.
I'll pack number 7.
Oh, there's no time for that. No time at all. But the circle is made of dew, and it's melting right now. Come on along. Hurry. Let me see now. Ha-ha, Jacko, me boy, we're in luck. This is where it starts. But we need to mark the circle some way.
Well, we ain't got nothing to mark with.
Oh, well, oh, the very thing, your hat. Just hang it right up here in the bush. That's it. Now, Lucky, you stay there and keep an eye on things, because it starts right around from here. Come along now.
Number 7, you keep your eye on them now. McGinty, how big is this magic circle anyways?
Oh, it's not much farther now, not much farther.
Well, better not be. I'm running out of stuff to mark with.
Well, just hang your pants there and come along like a good fella. Now, we've no time to waste.
Adam said not to let him get out of my sight. Hold up there, McGinty.
Ouch. Come along with you, Jacko. Here. Now, just put another mark right there.
Oh, no, you don't. I ain't got nothing left to mark with.
Oh. Well, then you just stay right there, and I'll nip back and get something else.
Don't be too long.
I know.
I don't like standing here in my old-togethers. Now, it seemed like Nicoma and me were both finding out that big problems do come in small packages. Little Long-Ears had got himself in between a rock, which was that caved-in trail behind him, and a hard place, that busted old bridge. Now, that ravine, it weren't much for wide, but it sure were plenty for deep. About that time, Nicoma found out he weren't no better off than Little Long-Ears. He needed help, but he couldn't go off and leave that young burro by himself. And he found himself a-wishing that he'd took up Adam's offer of help earlier. McGinty! Well, I was fit to gnaw me a rock, 'cause I didn't know which was worser. Getting bamboozled by that little old fella for the second time, or letting him get off on his own and into some kind of trouble.
Well, he's headed up for that old dry gulch. Holy jumping crawdad. Sure as the world, he's gonna try to cross that rickety old bridge and he... We gotta stop him. Well, we'll come back for this. All right. Come on, number 7.
Oh, by all the saints, we're under attack. Circle up, friends, circle up.
Stop him, Tacoma. See if you can catch hold of him. Get him.
Oh, the foot again. Always the foot.
You got him.
Sabir.
Well, it's a long, long story.
If the savage is not going to eat me for supper, would he kindly let loose of me foot?
Duckshim. This is Tacoma, Adam's blood brother.
Yeah.
Well, the bridge is busted out and the chief's burrow's on the other side.
Is that what all this ruckus is about? Ha. Have no fear. McGinty's here.
I see now what you mean. All this hurrying of mine's what brought this all on. But if we don't get over the mountains before the snows come, we'll be here till spring. And we're just about out of money.
Well, you're a good carpenter and a good wheelwright. Mr. McGinty, he's a tinker. The settlement could use you both.
Well, I don't know if I could ask anybody.
Well, this is a growing country, Mr. McGinty. Folks here help one another. They help one another because they want to.
Now, this'll work, I know it will, because Hard Rock and me, we did this across the Snowfield Glacier one time up.
No.
Now, McGinty, you just...
wrong.
Just stand back. Just stand back. Tacoma and me know what we're doing. Go ahead, Tacoma, I got you anchored.
Yeah, this I have to see. I don't know which one is the more daft. You're going about it the wrong way, I tell you.
Hang on, Tacoma. I got you. I think.
All right, me boy. Oh, now you just stay right where you are. Don't go away. McGinty will come and solve the whole problem for you. Do it in good tinker fashion. Takes a tinker to know what to do in a situation like this. Me buckos, this is no harder than a stroll through the park. Rest easy, Tacoma. McGinty will have you out of there.
It's himself.
Come on, Ben, let's go.
Dad, don't do it. Come back.
Hang on, Tacoma, we'll get you out of there. Stand back, Jack. Give me the rope.
Easy. Easy.
A couple more pulls ought to do it.
I knew we'd get him out.
That's a big help, Devin. Thank you.
now, me little fella, there you are. You take it easy and we get across there. Just take it nice and calm. You just take it easy. You see now, we're going right over there.
Tacoma, I want you to take care of little long ears. I'm going to go get Mr. McGinney. Mr. McGinney, you stay right where you are. Now you, Mr. McGinty.
Me?
You can do it. Nice and easy. Easy.
I don't know, Jamie boy. I don't think I can make it.
You can make it, Dad. You're Patrick McGinty. You can do anything. Please, Dad.
You're doing just fine. Nice and easy. Easy.
Easy, Dad. Hold tight.
You're doing fine. Give me your hand.
Hold on to me, Adams. Oh, the saints preserve us. My feet are dangling.
It's all right, Mr. McGinty. I got a hold of you.
We got you, Adams.
Just hold on tight now.
Pull him up.
Easy now. There.
Yeah. Still the old foot catcher, I say.
Will you forgive me, Dad? I've learned the terrible thing I did. I have. Will you not come back to them that love you?
Well, if you're to love me, you must love mine.
Mr. Adams has taught me some of the love of the animals. Will you not teach me the rest?
You've grown up a lot. We've much to be grateful to you for, Jamie, me boy.
Indeed we do.
As you know, I hate to say this after all you've done for us, but that place of yours, you've let it go to rack, ruin, and perdition. Now, wouldn't you like it if we were to come by and I was to fix it up in good order?
You know what would please me, Mr. McGinty? Would be to see you and Devon on your way back to that family that's waiting for you.
Oh, he's a great man for family. Let's be off.
Till we meet again, my brother.
Jack.
Those are mighty pretty words, Jack.
Well, Tacoma says them all the time.
That's just it. Pretty soon we'll be taking them pretty words for granted. Kind of like love. Things that families have and friends. When you got it, you got to take mighty good care of it.
Yeah, like them McGinty's going over yonder. I'll bet you they're a fussing and a feudifying afore they get over the next ridge. I never seen two mule-headed, stubborn men in my whole life.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Jack. But differences only bring folks closer together when there's love there to smooth them out. Like the McGinneys learned today.
Well, I learned me one thing.
What's that?
I ain't never gonna believe anything I hear and only half of what I see from now on. Why, you know that McGinty could have made a plumb fool out of me if I hadn't have been too smart for him. What you looking at?
Well, I was just trying to figure out why you had your moccasins on the wrong feet. And your shirt on backwards. And your knife in the wrong place.
Well, I like to change once in a while. Now, anybody can get up and just dress the same old way every day.
Leprechauns.
Well, he looked like one, and he acted like one. Besides, looky here. He gave me this for all of my trouble. Just looky that.
Well, this is real nice, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah, wooden nickel. That's real nice.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Deep inside the forest is a door into another land. Here is our life and home. We are staying here forever in the beauty of this place all alone. We keep on hoping